Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. I just want to apologize if you can hear the wind. I have the microphone cover on my camera and I am working towards saving up to buy a portable microphone thing that I can connect to my shirt so that you guys can't hear background noises, but unfortunately right now it is just not something that I can afford right now. I have other priorities, so please bear with me for the time being. I will be buying one of those eventually. Today's video is going to be my vodka pasta inspired dish. Basically, this is going to be a vodka sauce with a couple of few additions to it, purely because I add extra things to my meals all the time. And I was gifted a small bottle of vodka for Christmas, and I'm basically a non-drinker, and I was gifted some vodka for Christmas. I tried having a drink, and unfortunately alcohol seems to be a trigger for my migraines, so I'm going to try and see how this goes in cooking, because I don't add wine to cooking my dishes either. So I've really never been able to test how my brain is able to cope with alcohol in cooking. Long story short, I have about 3/4 of a very large onion and about 4 very large cloves of garlic, and holding them straight up to my face was extremely strong. I am adding some mushrooms. This is approximately half of a tub of mushrooms and 2 large chilies, because I want to make this fairly spicy as well. And I grow my own chilies. I've got seeds and all in this. I want this to be spicy, and I grow my own chilies. So that's what these are for. I have a whole tin of Australian diced tomatoes. I will add a little bit of tomato paste just for a bit of richness. I also have some pre-diced bacon, bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. For the creaminess side of this, I will be adding some cream cheese. Normally, I actually add liquid cream, like thickened cream, but I actually don't have any. I meant to buy some when I went shopping this morning and I forgot, so we will actually be adding cream cheese. And normally I'm a cream cheese fan. If you see my other cooking videos from my other channel, cream cheese is normally my go-to, but I actually forgot. So cream cheese is what we'll be adding today, and some Parmesan cheese, of course, as well as your vodka and pasta of choice. So I am using penne today. I am gluten-free, so I am using a gluten-free pasta. You can use pasta whatever shape you want, but this just happens to be the box I've already got opened. And I apologize for the lighting. As I said, it's horrifically windy. We are about to get a storm, but today's one of my only days off and I feel good for once, so I'm filming this. This pan is about medium-ish. So my particular stove numbers go up to 6. So I've got this sitting on about 3.5 to 4 right now, and it is fairly warm. So I'm going to put the bacon in now. So as the pan heats up, this will allow the bacon to render out some of its fat, because that's what I want, okay? I want the bacon to render out its fat, so then I can cook the onion and the mushrooms and everything else in the bacon fat. So I don't need to add anything else to the pan, okay? That is free flavor. That is how you are going to get added flavor to your food. So this bacon actually has not been super fatty. I mean, there's like literally barely any in the pan. So I'm not gonna actually take it out and cook anything extra. But what I'm going to do is add a tiny bit of this truffle infused flavored olive oil to the pan, because I'm going to need to add my onion, garlic and mushrooms. So I'm going to need to add excuse me, a little bit tiny more fat to the pan. But once I add the vodka later, it's going to make all the crispiness disappear, sort of thing. So it sounds stupid, but this has happened before. So I have reduced the heat a bit more, because otherwise the bacon's going to splatter. And I am going to add the onion and the garlic. And just stir this around. I don't want to add the mushrooms yet because the mushrooms will just, they cook very quickly. So I don't want to add the mushrooms yet. Because yeah, like I said, they cook very quickly. I ended up actually adding a little bit of butter to this as well because it was looking a little bit dry and I didn't want to add too much oil. So yeah, I added a little bit of butter. Now I'm going to add my mushrooms. Okay, the mushrooms have cooked down quite a bit. I'm now going to what is called deglaze the pan with the vodka. So tip some in, just be careful, it may splatter. You do not have to use this. If you want to deglaze your pan, you can use a bit of chicken stock, a bit of vegetable stock, a bit of beef stock, even just a tiny bit of water if you want to. You do not have to use vodka at all. If you wanted to make this super rich, you could use wine. I'm not sure about sherry because I don't cook with sherry, but there are options. So you want this to bubble away and reduce down a bit because that means the alcohol is cooking out. Okay, that did not take long at all, so I'm going to go ahead and add my pasta to the water, which is in the pot at the back. Now this is where I will add the chopped tomatoes. What's the mushroom? Add a big spoonful of tomato paste. For the creamy aspect, I've changed my mind and I'm adding sour cream instead. That is purely because I want to use my cream cheese for something else. And this is full dairy sour cream. I know I said that my cooking is lactose free. I'm only lactose intolerant. So I can stand this stuff. So I wanted to use my cream cheese for something else. So therefore I'm stirring sour cream through this instead. Because my cream cheese also lasts a lot longer and my sour cream actually goes out of date in a few days, so I wanted to use it up because I hate wasting things. So that is why I have changed to that. So I am just spooning some of the pasta water into here so I can get the starchiness in here. I've turned this burner right down as low as it goes and I'm pretty much going to wait for my pasta to cook, drain it, and I will meet you guys back over ready to serve. Okie doke, pasta's drained and who cares, I'm going to tip this in here and stir it around. I didn't actually think I'd have enough pasta for the sauce, but it turns out I do. I'm not as bad at measuring things as I thought. So we'll stir her around. This smells amazing. Like, you guys should smell my kitchen right now. I will go out and grab some fresh basil, but there's two reasons why I'm not. Number one, it is bucketing down with rain right now and I'm not going outside, even though it's literally on the other side of this wall. Number two, it was disastrously hot last week and I almost killed my plant. So right now we are not doing that. And I also just remembered I didn't put any pepper in it, so oh well. However, what I am going to do is sprinkle some Parmesan on it. Now I never, ever buy pre-grated Parmesan. However, when I went shopping this week, they only had pre-grated stuff. Aldi was out of all of their Parmesan blocks. So, excuse the thunder. So, you know what? Who cares? And please excuse the portion that I eat, but again, it's my day off. And this is literally the first meal I've eaten today. Okay, I don't know what is happening. I don't know what's going on with my medication. I don't know what it is, but I've had zero appetite until the evenings every single day for like the past 2 months. So there's that. The extra sprinkling of some Parmesan. And there we go. That is the most beautiful, spicy, vodka pasta inspired dish that I have ever seen. I have been tasting this. It smells amazing. It tastes amazing. And honestly, I cannot wait to sit down and eat this. I'm gonna have leftovers for tomorrow and then more for some meals on Tuesday. This is gonna be amazing. I know heating this up at work is gonna be incredible. Everyone's gonna ask me what it is. I don't even know if it's legal for me to take this to work with alcohol in it, but oh my God. Everything you need to know will be in the description box down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.